What's up guys, xHOUNDISHx here, and today xHOUNDISHx has returned to the tower for the 3rd of March. He's down here opposite the speakery room by the big door, so we're going to see what he has for us today. Hopefully some pretty awesome stuff. So, jumping in, we have a Legacy Engram right there. That is year 1 stuff at year 1 levels. Obviously, for helmets right there. 29 strange coins, still pretty expensive, but if you want it, go ahead. Up next, though, we have the Insurmountable Skull Fort for the Titan. Intellect Strength roll, which isn't too exciting right there. Gain an additional melee charge. Now, this is a pretty interesting exotic. It hasn't seen a ton of use going back in Destiny history. I found it particularly useful more in PvE content when Wrath of the Machine came up. We were using this to apply a melting point to Axis. So things like that, it can be pretty useful having those melee charges. Otherwise, it's not a super top tier, super highly used exotic. Nonetheless, it does a thing and it can be kind of useful. So why not pick it up if you're a Titan and you don't already have it? Up next, though, we have the ATS-8 Tarantella for the Hunter Intellect Discipline roll again, which isn't super top tier on the actual stat right there, but reduced arc damage from minions of the darkness, arc grenades, and arc blade recharge faster. I would say that up until Shinobu's Vow throughout year 2, this was kind of the Blade Dancer go-to exotic. Plenty of grenade and super energy right there, and it still absolutely is a pretty good exotic if you want to run Arc Blade in PvP or PvE. So absolutely pick that up if you're a hunter and you don't already have it. Up next, we have the Void Fang Vestments for the Warlock Intellect Discipline roll. I believe this is about the best stat roll. It's something like, let me just have a quick look. It's a 93% roll on this one, so it's about as good as we've got this week. But Spawn with full grenade and Axiom Bolt gains an additional Seeker. So these can be pretty useful if you like running Void Walker, especially in PvP content, anything with rounds and things like that. You'll always have a grenade, which is pretty useful, and an additional Seeker. It's not going to do you any harm. So again, if you're a Warlock and you don't have this in the collection, absolutely put it in right there. It's a pretty good deal, I guess. We have the 4th Horseman for the weapon this week. It's not a holdout weapon, it's a Pathfinder. So, the weapon can be fired in full auto, and kills with the weapon have the chance to grant bonus ammo to the magazine. This is a pretty fun weapon. It can be pretty enjoyable in PvP, you know, running Defender Titans, jumping out of bubbles, and just melting people in supers and stuff like that. There's a lot of fun factor to the weapon. The same inside of PvE. Sometimes you get a burn, you know, specialist arc damage, and you can use these things to, you know, to do a ton of damage. Not kind of a super serious weapon, but it can have some utility, and generally speaking, it's a very fun weapon to use. So again, if it's not in the collection for just 17 coins, it's not a bad deal. Up next, we have the Curios, Plasma Drive, the Void Drive, the Heavy Ammo Synths, and the Heavy Ammo Synths. 2 different varieties right there. Go for this one, by the way. It's works out better. We have 3 of coins right there, and finally Glass Needles and Material Exchange for Modes of Light and Exotic Shards. So that is what xHOUNDISHx has for us this week, guys. Let me know in the comments, are you going to pick anything up? If you have found this video useful, a like is always appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny content. For now though, whatever you do, have an awesome weekend.